Hi everyone, and welcome to part 8 of my 18-part video series where I'll be reading passages from my autobiography, Odd Man Out, True Stories of a Gay Black Swimmer. I just want to thank everyone once again for coming to watch my videos, and as of last Saturday, Christmas Day, I got a great Christmas present. I got another subscriber, which brings my subscriptions up to 2. I have 2 subscribers, and I thank you both for subscribing. I think I know who one of them is, but I'm not real sure, so I don't want to guess wrong publicly, but thank you both for subscribing. For those who haven't subscribed yet, if you do so, you'll be able to get an update, I believe, of when all of my videos are posted so that you'll just be automatically notified of that. And while you're here, you can also like or you can comment on any of these videos, and I really appreciate anyone who does that. And if you'd like to get a signed copy of my book, you can get that for $15.99 by going to the link that's in the description box. But it's only $15.99 through December 31st, so you have just a couple more days left to do that. On January 1st, that price goes back to $20. So get it now, and you'll be able to get a nice little deal on this before the calendar turns to 2011. So on to today's reading, which comes from chapter 7 of my book, and the chapter deals specifically with my time in Colorado Springs when I was a member of the United States Swimming National Resident Team. Now the National Resident Team no longer exists, but when it did, it was very successful. It started in about 1994, I believe, as a way for postgrads to get together and just train with the simple goal of making the Olympic team and winning an Olympic medal. And that, the reason I say the resident team is very successful is Amy Van Dyken came from that first national resident team, and she won 4 gold medals in 1996. And I believe there were a couple of others who from that resident team, David Fox, I believe, and actually I think it was just one other, David Fox, who made the Olympic team. I think he made it in the 50 free. So after the 96 Olympics, I had retired from swimming, my first retirement, and it only lasted a couple months. I realized I still wanted to swim competitively at the elite level. So I searched around and found out that they were looking for new members on the resident team. So I flew out, I actually had to audition, as it were. I had to do a workout just to kind of see if I can handle the workload. Did a lot of blood tests just to kind of see what my physical, I guess, what my health stature was. And so after that, I was accepted and I went to Colorado Springs. For a year, it was just me and BJ Bedford, who would go on to win Olympic gold in 2000. And then in 1997, late 1997, Amy Van Dyken came back and started training with us. And we also had a swimmer named Dan Phillips swimming with us. So for a while there, it was 4 of us, and it was really great. We had this 10-lane pool, 10-lane 50-meter pool. It was just 4 of us, so we always had our own lane. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. So obviously, I was had a little bit of a struggle there. I was not openly gay there. They didn't know that I was gay. It's not that I was trying to hide it, but they didn't necessarily ask, and I didn't necessarily tell. And that all came to a head in January of '98 when when I had my first official boyfriend, and his name was Aaron. And at that time, it really got to the point that I really came to a crossroads and realized I had to come out to my teammates, but I was very conflicted, and so that's where this reading picks up. For the first time in my life, I had a boyfriend. The stakes were suddenly raised. I was no longer just a gay man trying to figure out how and when to come out to his teammates. Now, another person was added into the equation, and while it was a wonderful feeling, the logistics of dating him were difficult. I certainly wasn't going to introduce him simply as my friend. I had to come out to the resident team first, and I never found the courage to do so. Just a couple of months after we started dating, I was falling in love with Aaron. I was being selfish though, and I chose to protect my place on the team over being with him openly and honestly. Just as I did in college, I feared any backlash. If two of my teammates were offended, that meant more than half the team was going to be keeping their distance from me. Those were worse odds, and I couldn't stand to deal with that scenario, even if I knew it was far fetched, if not impossible. So, instead of being open and honest, I began deceiving people and didn't think I was doing anything wrong. I would tell a half truth every time I did something with Aaron. Yes, I was going to the movies, but I didn't say who was going with me. I knew karma would rear its ugly head during my deception. Every time Aaron and I went out, my eyes would dart around to make sure no one saw us together. What could I say if someone saw the two of us in the movie theater lobby? Unfortunately, I thought a lie was safer than the truth. Aaron never confronted me about not coming out. I wanted him to be a part of my swimming life. Even though we did not have any swim meets in Colorado Springs, I wanted him to be able to come to the training center as my boyfriend. But until then, I did worry about my teammates seeing us if we went out to dinner or to a movie. So my eyes scanned everyone in the restaurants or movie theaters. Sometimes I convinced them to stay in. So that relationship with Aaron was pretty much wrought with a lot of difficulty. I was trying to really enjoy this relationship while at the same time hide it from my teammates, knowing full well that I couldn't do it very long. And you can read how kind of the relationship went about in my book, Odd Man Out, True Stories of a Gay Black Swimmer. Again, it's $15.99 through December 31st, and on January 1st it goes back to $20, but that's still okay. I'll still send you a signed copy. So thanks for watching today's episode. Look forward to seeing you again for part 9, which will be the halfway point, so we'll be celebrating that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.